Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about something a bit different than an actual prototyping and actual design, but this is called a social innovation. So this is a program that I designed at EUT. It's called MENA Student Mentoring Program, and it's MENA means Middle Eastern and North Africa. So this program is designed for Middle Eastern and North African students at the EUT. And when I was asked to design this program and to start taking care of students, I started to, as any program, it should has like a purpose, it should has a goal, probably some activities to achieve those goals. So I assume things based on my research, based on my need as a Middle Eastern student as well, and things where the university can provide to the students. So I had to understand what is the what EUT can do to students. What are the services that they can provide to students? So I don't go out of this kind of support. So I went to assuming that these are the goals that I want to achieve in this program. So the purpose of the program is to support Middle Eastern students and North African students with guidance, creating a home. As you know, like international students, sometimes they feel so lonely and they feel unsupported. So we wanted to create a supportive environment for those guys. A lot of students, they went through a different hardship. So whether it's financially, whether it's mentally, whether it's academic. So all of those things, I'm trying to support students solving those problems. So what I did is I started to think about, okay, what we want to achieve here. I thought about, maybe the main thing of this program is to support them to, pass their papers, to achieve an academic success. So that was the first goal, like how we can help those students to achieve their academic goals. So the first one was the learning and academic development. And in this goal, I thought, okay, how we can do this? So I went through the EUT service system. I asked about a lot of things like, okay, what you can do to help the students to achieve this goal. So one of these things are the peer mentoring, the library services. A lot of students, they don't know about the library services. They have something called Studiosity. This is where it's like a service where you can get some feedback on your articles in terms of academic writing. There are some web tools. There are some tutoring support as well, work and workshops as well organized by employability there, like academic writing and etc. There is some activities I thought maybe we can start to, having more support in terms of knowing those services and doing something about it. So the activities that I suggested were the library meeting groups, paper selection advice, students, they didn't know what they want to study. Sometimes I've seen like a lot of students, they just change their majors after the first year. So those kind of things that I was thinking, assignment preparations. There is a service where if you have an exam or an assignment and you don't know how to do it, usually the paper leader can talk to someone who can give you a lecture just to explain to you how to pass the exam, like what are you expecting in this test. And this is usually goes through a request to the paper leader of the discipline. So then there is and other things that I thought maybe I can provide the students where what I called is helpful packages where I send email about every goal and say, hey guys, if you want to have an access to, let's say, well-being or mental health support, these are the things and the workshops and the places that you can do. Another one, if there are some workshops about academic writing, about something related to their studies, I will send them like a package, some links. So this is like a continuous reminder to them. A lot of students, they don't know those services, so I keep reminding them about this. So the other one was building a better culture. So culture is really important for us and our identity as well. So there are some things that we can do in terms of celebrating this culture, and I will show you some photos that's how we managed to do so. So in other cultures, there are Christmas, there are Easter Day, so we have similar celebrations as well, and we would love to celebrate those things. So what I do is we organize something. We organize a feast with Middle Eastern food. We organize meetings, and sometimes we wear our customs, and I will show you later on. And another thing, we thought maybe we can introduce EUT students to our culture by providing some service, some social media content. And this is what I'm still working on it, to be honest. And I have a meeting in a week with the social media advisor, and hopefully we're going to launch some Instagram page and introduce the EUT students to our culture. The other goal is the leadership development. So I thought this is really important for students, especially with this program, because I don't want to tell them like what to do in this program. So I delegate some tasks to them. For example, now we are joining the OTSA, and they need a treasurer and a secretary for the group. So I'm giving some positions to the students so they can, be more involved in, let's say, developing the program as well. I was thinking to invite some graduate students to talk about their journey, successful journey at EUT, and we have the OTSA. It's the EUT Association, Student Association, and the president of this association is from the Middle East, and this is a really a good example of a successful story of Middle Eastern students. So these kind of things, like you need to show it to the MENA students and to tell them like, oh, hey, you are not alone, you are supported, and you can achieve things here. The other one is the employee onboarding, which means like especially those for senior students. I thought maybe those guys, they need to be prepared for the market, and there are some activities I thought about, like creating a profile and resume for those guys, job recommendations to tell them like how to do those things. So this is going to be working with the EUT employability, because they are organizing those workshops. Internship opportunities, sitting with those guys and talk about their career path and what they're gonna expect in the market. There are some apps that helps them to find some jobs. It's the SGS. Some of the students, they didn't know about it and how they can look for a job. There are some even financial support for students who are struggling as well. Especially the last year, most of the students, they prefer not to work and they just want to focus on their final year. Professional and vocational network, where we think about communication skills, some workshops about their presentation skills as well, and also how they present their leadership skills as well in their resume. The other one is the diversity and inclusion, and it's really important for a student to feel that he belongs to something, and but at the same time, we're not trying to isolate ourselves as a different culture, but at the same time, keep telling the students like we are part of the EUT culture, the EUT international culture. So the idea is to organize some presentations. Every person, like if you go to the Middle East, there are many, many countries and many cultures. Even in my country, there are many cultures as well. So we thought maybe it's a good idea to have some presentations. Every country, every student from each country will explain. Honestly, like I met people that I didn't know about their culture, and they are living like in neighborhood countries, and it was amazing to hear their stories about what they do there, how their country looks like. So this is something that we're organizing in a week or two to have a presentation and invite EUT staff and EUT students as well to those presentations and explain to them, like tell them stories about our lives. So we make them engage in our culture as well. So the other one is the engagement and retention, and this is where I thought maybe we can do some well-being activities. If some people, they cannot balance between their life and their studying, I thought maybe we can manage some stress management workshops to make them engage in their studies as well, and in the group, because this group is really important for them to connect with their peers. Everyone has a different story, everyone has a different journey, so we are teaching each other. I'm not here to tell them like, oh, you should do this or that, but I love to listen to their stories. I share my story as well with them. And also, like, how I can measure their engagement in their studies and in this group is by receiving some feedback. Like, I always ask them like what they think, what they want to do, in terms of these goals. And I will show you how my first approach changed when I started to talk to them and ask them those questions. And this is where it's related to your work is in human-centered design is the person that you're designing for is the main thing that you're designing for. So you don't assume things, but you go and interview and ask and gather some data. This way you enrich your design. And the last one is the communication. And what I try to do is, as I said, make a network between them, and communicate those guys by creating a space, a virtual space where they can meet, talk about life. If someone has a problem, it's like, hey guys, I don't know where to go to this place or that place. Can someone help me? Someone is looking for a place to stay. All of those things, I try to find a place for them to communicate and to interact as well. And another thing, I'm managing peer mentoring, which means if someone has a problem that he doesn't want to talk to anyone else but me, I can sit with this person, try to solve. I'm not, some people, they come to me talking about their stressful life. I'm not a counselor, so what I can do is to direct them to those people and check on them and give them support as much as I can. Okay. So that was the, I showed you like this is the program, like those are the goals, these are the things that I think that I'm gonna do. But when I started to talk to the people, to the students, I put those goals and the activities and etc. How we can improve this. What do you think about what I have said? It's not, it's the same thing that I said. It's on the wall. Then the students started to put some inputs and some notes. And this is where I conducted this co-design workshop. And this is the conclusion of that workshop. When I start, like the students usually they say, okay, we're just gonna follow you. I was like, no, I'm gonna push you guys to tell me what you want in this group, because it's not gonna work if I assume things that's gonna work for you, but everyone has different needs. So after that workshop, we came to a conclusion that this group should be fun and adventurous. And from there, everything was different. Like every meeting, every activity we planned for, it was totally different from what I assumed or expected. And this is a learning process for me as well. And it should be for the designer as well. So you could see like those are some of our meetings. Like we meet almost every week and for lunch, and we have like a projector where we can like see like what we can do. Sometimes we play games, video games. Sometimes we play some sports. There is a recreation center at EUT. It's really beautiful and amazing. And we do our activities there, and I make sure that they are relaxed and enjoying their time. So this is the first activity this year. This program started last year, but that was the first activity. It's like, what do you want to do? They said, oh, we want to do kart racing. And to be honest, last year I wanted to do the same, but my previous boss, he was so concerned about their safety, and he rejected this activity last year. So we said, okay, maybe we're gonna try this with the new boss. And he said, oh yeah, why not? I'm still concerned about their safety. I said, like these kind of the details that you go through when you design something. It's not only, okay, let's do it and that's it. There are a lot of details, and I'm sure that you went through those details, those obstacles and those prototypes, and like, oh, how I can do it the best way. So we went to the kart racing. They enjoyed their time. Nothing happened, nothing bad happened. Some of them they drove for the first time, and I was so scared, but we did well. Then from there, we started to think about, okay, what is the next activity? This is where we went to the Auckland Zoo. Some of them, they haven't seen a zoo in their life. They haven't been in a zoo in their lives. So that's really important, like understanding students' need, understanding students, like what they want, dreams, goals, like what they want to do. And I want to say, like, beside those trips and those activities, I keep talking to those students. We keep talking about our struggle, our problems during the semester. Everyone has a different journey, as I said, but I keep in my mind those goals that I want to achieve, like, oh, okay, like what they are lacking here, how I can support them to have a good experience, and how we can support each other to, to success in this academic journey. This one was last year, so we we thought maybe we go to the Rainbow Ends, and I took them there. They had a great time. It was a weekend, so if you want to go there, don't go in the weekend because a lot of kids are there, especially in the in the school's holiday. That was our, but it was fun. Like you could see like a lot of people around, and they were enjoying their time. So, you know, like the time I know that what they want, how they can be engaged in this group, and how I can connect them to each other. I could see like some of them, they are really connected. They became friends. They're doing their own things later after our meetings. They keep asking each other about, oh, how you do this, how you do that, what's your major? So this is the experience that I was looking for in this group. And this is, we did this last week. There was it's called EUT Worldwide Cultural Celebration Event. And that was really our biggest opportunity to introduce students to our culture and express ourselves and to show them our identity and our culture. And as you can see, we were dressing our costumes. And before this event, I was like the same approach I was doing with the co-designing. I was telling them like, what do you want to do in this event? This is what's going to happen. They're going to give us 2 stalls and that's it. So what do you want to do with these two stalls? Then ideas came, like someone designed those signs, try on and transform your work, explore the Yemeni turban. So this is one of the things that we did in this event. I can show you. Yeah. So this is the turban, and this is the guy. Like we try to, like if you wanna wear it and try it on, and transfer your look. That was one of the activities. The other activity, you could see the coffee, the Arabic coffee, and we called another one called karak tea as well. So that was one of the guys. He said, "Hey, I'm really good at this. I want to do this." These are really important, like for students. Like I don't know how I can explain how excited they were just to participate in this event, just to spend their time. They have assignments. They have a lot of things to do. They are by themselves. Some of them, they are by themselves here. And even though they were like, I want to do this, and they will spend hours just to prepare for this event. I brought some buildings from my country. You could see this architecture in my country. Some of them, they brought some incense. We call them bakhur. We served some Middle Eastern sweets. One of the girls, she made a Middle Eastern sweets. We served to the students, the UT students. We also, what we did henna tattoo, and Arabic calligraphy. Like if you want to see your name in Arabic, there was a student who was doing the Arabic calligraphy. So this is the turban activity. You could see usually this just for men, but one of the guests, she just wanted to try it on, and that was fun. One of the students, she said that I think I'm good at henna tattoo, and I want to do it, and this is what we were doing, and there was a huge queue in the henna tattoo, to be honest. And you could see like they were so happy, they were enjoying their time, and I was so happy to see them. There is, you could see here the calligraphy as well. These are how we write our names. So the idea was, okay, just come and see like how your name looks like in Arabic calligraphy. And this is the whole team, most of them. And that was just last Thursday. And these are some of the publications that I distributed in the event, and our goals, the countries, and if someone wants to join us. What I want to say here is sometimes you have some assumptions, and this is where in the discovery stage where you go, you explore things, you try things, you co-design. Then when you know exactly what the customer or the client wants, then this is it. This is where you can design again and prototype your program or your project or your service or your product to suit those guys. So yeah, this is what we are doing. And yeah, I hope this is something that give you some idea how, as a designer, how you go from assuming things to designing things for your target audience. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you. I'm from Yemen.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Was it your idea to have the Yemeni?
No, to be honest.
Oh.
Like one of the students, she said it was actually her idea to do an Omani turban. She said she knows someone who can do it. And unfortunately, before the event, she said, "Oh, that guy cannot make it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And to be honest, I don't wear this kind of turban back home that way. So I have to teach myself how to do it.
Is it like, does it take a long time or like?
No, it's really easy. It's just the technique. Like we have different techniques how close lie.
And is there different ones for different?
Yeah, it's like different villages. They have different styles. And in my place, in my city, like we put it on our shoulders only. I don't usually do it on my head. So I had to teach myself, and I was like, But yeah, you could see some results. I was able to do it for myself. I don't know if I think it's good. It looks good. Like I sent it through like to my friends, and they give me a thumbs up, like an approval. Maybe this is like what I did to one of the students at UT. Actually, this guy, he's from the University of Auckland. And and this is how a lot of people from here, they came to the event, and they are from the Middle East and North African region, and they would ask me like, how did you do this group? Like we've never heard of this group, and we are starting our group here at the University of Auckland. And I give them some publications. I explain to them about the goals of the program, and we are thinking to collaborate in the future.
So before you were doing this, there wasn't any sort of Middle Eastern culture really happening yet?
This is the first Middle Eastern North African program in New Zealand.
Oh wow! And is one at UOA as well, or not yet?
No, not yet. The guys here, they started some kind of group, but it's let's say they're just doing it. Like it's their initiative. It's not the uni. This one is supported by the uni, and the uni wanted. Like if you Google MENA program at UT, you could see there is an article about the program and my photo in it. But yeah, this is the turban. I tried to make it for myself. Then I started.
Was that you?
Yeah, that's me. Okay. You couldn't recognize. Okay. Yeah, this is how we dress in my country. Yeah, and that was the idea. You could see, yeah, and that was really difficult. So I didn't want to start doing it until one of the students join us, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try on you. So I want to make sure that I'm gonna do it well. then yeah, it worked. It just worked, and a lot of people just lined up, and like this kind, like the MENA culture is not experienced in New Zealand, I think, and I could see like it was a huge success. We had good feedback from the organizer, and they were so happy about. I'm telling you guys, we were like so busy, just.
And do you accept people from UOA? Because there's someone in my program that might be interested.
We accept them in our meetings as visitors, like they can come and to connect with the students, and we are looking for a bigger community, not just with the students, and also we are thinking about how we can get support from the MENA community outside the uni, and they can help in terms of networking and providing job opportunities as well. But yeah, our activities, because we have some forms to fill in, and only EUT students can fill out those forms. Yeah, it's like safety and But our activities, events like those ones, we are thinking about something to do together as well. They can be invited to our presentations